Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, today's class time. Yes, or this is a little fun video we're gonna do. Well, not fun. It's a depressing story, but we're gonna talk about this because I feel like the guy keeps it real right here. Gotta keep it real with y'all, and we got also and I honestly I was watching this video earlier today, and I was absolutely surprised. Well, not surprised. I knew there were already talks about this issue, um, but it's absolutely fucking sad and pathetic that this is a thing, and everything we learned from when we were growing up in childhood, bull, whatever, and then it's depressing that this is what's going on. So, so basically, I'm gonna show you guys this. We're gonna share screen. Why not? If anyone wants to join, I mean, if I have friends who might want to join. Waiver. Talk. Zoey 101. Alright. Anyways, so let me share screen. How do I share screen again? I forgot. Oh man, I forgot how to share screen. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about this. How do I haven't used StreamYard in a long time, or I don't know how to share screen. I'm fucking stupid. Oh boy. This is gonna be. Oh, hopefully it's not like a failure. Oh, present maybe. Oh yeah, there you go. Present share screen. Okay. All right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm on Facebook. So I was watching this on Facebook. So, ladies and gentlemen, Christy, Carlson, and Romano. If you met, okay. So we're talking about the '90s, 2000 kids. This is for the '90s, 2000 kids, ladies and gentlemen. So, growing up, I watched Disney Channel, Nickelodeon. And I watched even Stevens, with Christy, Carlson, Romano, and I even watched Zoey 101. I liked Zoey 101. I was watching when I was little, and liked it, like both shows. So Christy, Carlson, Romano, God bless her, she's doing like a podcast. She's basically like of course she's one of the actually sane people in Hollywood of kid acting, whatever. I guess it's because not a lot of baby raping, torture. That's a good thing. Basically, she has a podcast, and in this combination, she did a podcast with one Zoey 101 star named Alexa. I think her Alexa Nicola. Alexa Nicola. That's what I think her name is, right? Alexa Nicola. Alexa Nicola. Yeah, Alexa Nicola. That's what her name is. Alexa Nicola. She was only on Zoey 101 for I believe 2 seasons, right? And unfortunately, she left the show. Certain reasons, but it's apparently well known that her and Jamie Lynn Spears, the sister of Britney Spears, who was on the show, they had issues, and they do go into that of how basically poor Alexa having to be bullied on the show, and this podcast basically exposes everything. Well, not everything. It's things we pretty much already know or has been talked about before, but exposes a lot of problems and things that I could not believe. Like, wow. It just makes wow, this poor woman have to go through that. Like, wow. It's like it's absolutely fucking pathetic and sad. So we're gonna talk about, and it's just like the people behind Zoey 101. It's just fucking disgusting, absolutely disgusting people. And again, I was a fan of Zoey 1. I thought the show was good. I liked it. I thought all the chicks were cute. Obviously, but damn, I guess what goes around comes around. Karma's a bee, right? Like Jamie Lynn Spears, I thought she's I guess was a mean girl. And guess what? Like you fucking, and it's like the typical, like a mean girl gets her karma. You fucking sleep around and shit, and you get pregnant. Wow, what a cunt. But it's like really, like what a darn shame. Like this is all happening, man. Like this is what happened. All the bullying shit. But we're gonna also talk about, man. We're gonna talk about this. All right, there. So let's go into it. Let's see. Let's just watch and just comment, okay? Yeah.
And do you know that Britney Spears story?
No, I don't know any of this stuff.
Wait, this is amazing. I'm like filling you. I'm filling you in. There's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot.
I'm here for you. So if you feel like sharing it, share it.
Okay.
Don't. Okay.
So basically what happened was, we know for season 1 and season 2, there was problems with me and Jamie Lynn Spears.
Okay.
So she
wasn't your characters weren't they supposed to?
Friends.
Oh, okay. All right.
They were supposed to be best friends, and we weren't in real life.
I hate that.
It was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, so it was well documented that they were not good friends, unfortunately, behind the scenes. Forgot to know what or why. It's just why? Either because who knows? Maybe Jane Lynn also had that fucking egotistical bullshit. She thought she was better than everybody. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just fucking pathetic.
And
it definitely changed my mind. Wow, I was oh, I'm a nice woman, and then it turned out he actually is a fucking cunt in real life. Holy shit.
Fortunately, the culture of the bullying from Jamie became kind of normal on set for everyone else to participate in.
Yeah.
So it
trickle down
totally, and so I felt very isolated. Yeah. And not invited to any of the gatherings purposefully. Left out at lunchtime. Wasn't allowed to sit with anyone. Told I was too nice. I smiled too much. Am I an alien?
So that's fucking sad, huh? So apparently, she was actually that one of the nice ladies out there, but she was surrounded by toxic. What? So what is it? Where were the men in this? What was freaking Chase Matthews doing? What the fuck was freaking Logan Underwood doing? Or was his name freaking Logan Reese? Logan Reese. Freaking Logan Reese. Oh yeah, I know what Logan was doing. He was busy talking to little girls, right? Because he's probably gonna be a little baby rapist. Is that apparently that's the truth, right? He was being with minors. What the fuck is wrong with you? I hope that's not true. Apparently, it could have been some bullshit where either lie to age or that's false. But it's come on here. What the fuck? What the fuck, Logan Reese? Whoever you are. Just what about the guys on the show? Did they do anything? What happened to Kyle Massey's brother? Did Kyle Massey's brother do anything? Oh yeah, maybe Kyle. Oh yeah, fucking your fucking brother is busy talking to little girls too. The fuck's wrong with you, Kyle? Fucking Kyle Massey, man. What the fuck happened to these people, man?
You were 12 years old, dude.
Yeah, I was 12. I was of course, I'm a nice bub. Whatever, that's my personality.
And your mom did get into it with producers, right?
The whole time. So through season 1, so they ended up letting go of the character Dana because she was abusing, verbally bully style mode.
Wow, what a cunt.
And
I will say this. I never really liked that character too. Even you could tell there was an inch of cunt in that Dana character. Obviously, she was the mean person, right? But wow, wasn't she already mean? I guess she was a kind of little opposite when she was at that stupid. What was that movie called? The Freedom Writers, right? That movie where it's based on the real story, whatever. Yeah, she was I remember she was on that. That's all I remember about her. But Dana, wow, what a cunt though. If that's really fucking what she doing, holy shit.
It was very, very uncomfortable. And at one point she even pushed me into a rock.
Wow, what a cunt.
And it was okay. That's it's time for everyone to talk.
That's why.
And so my mom had a conversation with them, and I guess they ended up letting her go. And so in season 2, we had a new character, Victoria Justice.
Oh, okay.
And so I was super stoked.
Yeah, she seems
about
sweet.
Victoria. She ended up not being sweet at all.
Oh boy. Okay.
It was
Doesn't this open up? Wow. Doesn't this show something, huh? Victoria Justice. She was gorgeous. Definitely, Victoria Justice when she had a show, definitely Zoey 101, still on some cameos on Nickelodeon shows, and then she had her show Victorious. But doesn't that go show how they're maybe Dan Schneider was always in a way had a favoritism towards her, and then look at people like Alexa right here having to have this issue. It's absolutely fucking pathetic. I mean, it's not me trying because we don't know, maybe there's whole bullshit, whatever. But when literally, because the thing is about with Alexa here, she was very consistent on what she says. If she wasn't consistent what she said, then obviously we can see that this chick is probably shady. But she's not being shady here. She's actually consistent for what she's saying in terms of what's been going on of her story with Zoey 101. She's been consistent, and even people made fun of her for this. But she was consistent, and then eventually people actually started to believe her because of shit has been going on with even with Britney Spears and the whole free Britney type of thing. Doesn't change that Britney Spears is like, isn't that funny, the whole free Britney thing, and then like all the shit that people said, like, free Britney, and then she eventually did what was most feared of. But like, yeah, you go, girl, you slay. Yeah, bitch, yeah, you pose for Playboy or whatever it was. It's just like fucking eight
layers. So she,
hell, man.
it was really bad. I was so excited because
what a cunt. Like, knowing, like, wow, Victoria Justice is actually really not that good of a person, apparently. That's like,
her mom dated my uncle, like, in college years.
We're gonna have an ad.
So when she was auditioning for it,
my
uncle called us and was like, "Oh my god."
Oh, not an ad.
Ria's auditioning for Zoey 101. I was so excited.
Stupid ad. So there was like something about Warzone or whatever. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god, isn't that fucking something, huh? Share screen, yes. Okay. Let's there you go. Let's play.
Because I had no friend on set. And so I thought, this is an unbelievable opportunity for me now to have a friend on set. And so I went to the testing and I read the lines with her at Nickelodeon, and her and I like hit it off. Like, we were like best friends at first sight kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God, season 2 is going to be so much better than season 1. Like, this is a new era. I'm going to have a friend on the show, and, I can just look, it's the past. Everything else is the past now. And we were best friends for most of that season until one day, I think her and I ended up getting like in a tiff, about a boy. But it was a very mundane argument. It was like girls. She was upset about something about a boy. And so I thought we were going to be fine the next day. But I show up on set and I open the makeup trailer, and Jamie's sitting in there and Victoria's standing. And the entire second season, Jamie never spoke to Victoria once because she was friends with me. So that entire season, Jamie did not feel the need to go towards Victoria since her and I were best friends.
So it's like, wow, like, the tension between, it's like that stupid kind of bullshit, weird kind of bullshit thing. Well, there's a little dissension between these friends, but then like the enemy of the enemy becomes my friend type of deal. Oh, wow, it's just fucking sad. It's also based off of a fucking boy. I mean, that's a sad reality, though, that shit like that happens. I know that shit like that actually does happen, which is fucking pathetic. It's like, fuck. That's what happened. And then, like, oi.
Nothing to do with me, kind of. As much as possible, she just stayed away. Mm-hmm. So I walk into the trailer, and they're whispering to each other, and they turn around to me and laugh. And I'm like, no, this isn't happening again.
Yeah, that's horrible.
This is not happening again. So it's pretty triggering.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so you're just back at square one again. Just kind of put your head down and don't cry about it. Because every time you cry about it, execs get mad at you. And
so yeah, that type of thing where a person, like, isn't that sad? Like, and what I learned is like this shit happens a lot of times in school, right? That not a lot of people care about the bullying. Like, if a parent gets involved, like, oh, that's just a kid overreact. It's like, that's a sad reality that has happened over the years. What I know with bullying, right? Like, unfortunately, if you get bullied, if you have a parent that gets involved, try to get involved because they care about their child. They don't want shit to happen. But isn't that funny? Like, the police doesn't care, or not police. Freaking the principal doesn't care, whatever. And then isn't that a sad thing that you end up getting, the person ends up getting you end up getting in trouble, the person who's actually innocent? That's the sad reality we live in. They're, unfortunately, the person who gets bullied, they end up getting in trouble because they're the one getting caught trying to fucking fight back. Ain't that something? Ain't that fucking something? but it's also because like I guess bad timing, right? But it's absolutely fucking sad that kind of shit like that happens though. Bad timing is always the people who always innocent. They get they get bullshit going to them. And it's like fucking sad. Life sucks, huh? Life sucks, but then you die. Except me, because I'm immortal. But for real, that's fucking pathetic though. Like she gets kicked off the show, trying to fight back with this whole bullshit that she had to go through because of like all this drama. It's like it's fucking pathetic. They're bullying her. Like, come on here.
So just work, and not say anything.
Okay.
And so it just got progressively worse. And my mom then had to go again to the execs and say, hey, this is a problem again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Alexa's still put in this situation. The culture is not okay.
Yeah.
Upset.
Yeah.
They did not care. They said, this is not called Nicole 101. It's called Zoey 101.
Yeah, ain't that some
Okay.
bullshit?
Literally
Huh?
just told me that straight
This
up.
sounds very. This is
This is it.
very industry standard stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
It was just like, no problem.
Yeah, you can
Don't
be
problematic.
replaced. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. And so you want to keep your job. And so you're not saying much. So anyways, fast forward. It's our last day for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And as per usual, the talent coordinator comes to the trailer, knocks on the door, tells my mom he's bringing me to makeup and hair. And I walk over to makeup and hair.
This
As
is
I'm
when
walking
I
to
started
makeup and
to.
hair, he
So I only watched this video halfway, but then this is like when I decided, wow, this is absolutely fucking crazy. I gotta put my mind into this. But when I heard this dialogue, oh man, this is like, that's some creepy shit. Let's
looks down. I remember it says, actually, Jamie and Britney want to talk to you in the trailer.
Oh boy.
And I went, and Britney's an amazing person. She has apologized to me personally.
Oh,
So
wow.
Britney Spears apologized, but Nickelodeon hasn't.
isn't that something, huh? So I guess Britney Spears like learned from her mistakes. Okay, that's something. But like, why she still did it, which is kind of sad. But like, at least she apologized. Good for her. I guess that makes like Alexa happy. But Nickelodeon, like, wow, like this happened in Nickelodeon. They don't give a like. What does that tell you about Nickelodeon? And look at the shit like Nickelodeon is in now. Like, I don't even think Nickelodeon is a big channel. Like, isn't that sad that Nickelodeon went from being one of the top kids channels out there? But I understand, like, oh, the internet, cable. But guess what? That's fucking bullshit because compared to 1999, we have more people have cable, and not just that, 65% of people still watch cable television. So what kind of shit is that? Like people don't have cable anymore. People only watch YouTube. Blah, 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 like bullshit. People still have cable. People have more cable than it was in 1999. Okay, and for real, like it's all just bullshit excuse. But again, Nickelodeon. Look at Nickelodeon now. Nickelodeon is legit like no one cares about Nickelodeon anymore. Like, how sad is that? No one. I believe Nickelodeon has like the lowest rating, like as it ever did. I mean, I'm not saying much for Disney Channel. Disney Channel's probably the same bout, but apparently Disney Channel is still like, I guess, kind of big in a way, somewhat. I don't know. It's like, wow, like who cares about Nickelodeon now? From what last time I checked about Nickelodeon, I believe like there was like a commercial. I was like watching a Nick at Night show or whatever. And you see that freaking Nickelodeon make all these stupid TV shows. The same thing with Disney Channel. Like, fuck. All these shows now are fucking garbage. Like, they are like garbage. Like, fuck. But, like, seriously. What does that tell you? Like, what's just like Nickelodeon? It's like so downgraded, so fucking shitty. It's like, holy fuck.
Isn't that funny? Yeah,
Wow.
Britney Spears apologized and not Nickelodeon.
What happened? I'm so
Okay.
invested.
It's so fucked. It's so fucked. So I go to Britney, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe Britney wants to step in and mediate. Like, this is so great.
Was your
like
mom with you?
Ian, the talent coordinator, lied to my mom, said he was bringing me to makeup and hair, and then brought me to Jamie and Britney.
Yeah, isn't that? Yeah, that totally. Because that is, imagine shit like that. Like that, she points this out in this video. Imagine, lying to, because again, she was underage. Imagine lying to a parent that we're gonna take you somewhere that we end up not. Do you not know how creepy and weird that could be? Imagine like a fucking guy taking a girl to some basically to supposedly we're supposed like school, but instead no, we're gonna take that child to a house where she's gonna end up getting it's gonna be some messed up shit in her life. You know the deal. It's basically the stupid typical kidnapping the child. And you know what they're gonna fucking do, which is absolutely gross and it's fucking disgusting and shit. For people who do that, go fuck yourself. You deserve to die.
Trailer without her knowledge.
I will cut somebody.
You go, girl.
Horrible.
Yeah, you go, girl. I would too. I don't know. I would fucking no. It's not just I'll cut. I'll beat the shit out of them. You don't do that. You don't do that shit. You don't fucking lie to a parent, and then you take the fucking child to something else because fucking shit can happen. What if freaking in that spot, freaking Alexa got beat up by Jamie Lynn and Victoria? Imagine if that shit was to happen. And who's in trouble now? Who's gonna deal with Mama now? Man, the mom should fucking smack the shit out of that fucking guy. I tell you, fucking A. You don't do that shit, bro. No, you don't do that shit.
So no one knew. Can you imagine if our kids got taken somewhere we didn't know, and then something horrible happens? And that's why I was trying to explain with the Slime Time Live. What if it was a predator?
Yeah.
In the room, and you're not telling. You need to tell the parent.
What is the Slime Time Live?
That was my live that I did to Nickelodeon. My protest.
Yes, that's what I
called
thought.
it Slime Time Live.
No, that's what I thought it was.
Exactly.
Okay. Exactly. That was something else though.
No, same thing. Okay, same thing. So that's what I was trying to say is what if it was a predator in this trailer and not Britney Spears and Jamie? And even with Britney and Jamie, it still was a dangerous situation. So it's child endangerment, truly.
Yeah.
And so I remember being kind of nervous, but also kind of being hopeful because you're a kid and it's Britney fucking Spears and you're just wanting everything to go away and you're hoping that she's going to come and save the day. Your pop icon's going to come and make things better kind of. And so I remember walking up into the trailer, and as I opened it, I remember turning to my right to say something to Ian, and he disappeared. So he left me there.
Nigga.
Okay. He left a 12-year-old, 13-year-old there. And he's a talent coordinator.
Okay.
And so when I open the door, I see Jamie run to the back of the trailer. She just runs. I'm like, that's fucking weird. And Brittany goes, come on in. And so I come in, and I remember the door got locked. I was like, that's weird. And all of a sudden, she just started yelling at me.
Okay.
Full
She took it back to, where is she from? Louisiana?
She's from Louisiana.
She took it back to Louisiana. She's like,
this is time.
Well, think
for me
about
to
how
defend
she
my
was,
sister.
and she was probably just trying to be protective, but no, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's either way, it wasn't okay because I was a 12, 13-year-old.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in retrospect, knowing the dynamic that was at place for her, it's of course that's what ended up happening. And oh my God, poor.
So yeah, Britney, I don't know. This could also be for all we know, Jamie Lynn fucking lied, all that bullshit, and led to Britney Spears getting involved. It's what kind of shit is this?
You were but seriously, she's in a horrible situation there, and she was 8 months pregnant, so she was hormonal too. And I remember she was rubbing her belly while she was yelling, and it was she was trying to calm herself, and you could just tell it was very unhinged in a way that felt like someone was manipulating her. And I see Jamie back there, and she's afraid to come up, but she's letting her sister do all of her. Perpetuating the abuse again, but now with her sister.
Okay.
And so I start crying, and the entire trailer is just spinning almost at this point because I look up to Britney Spears, and that was scary. Wow. And I have an adult screaming at me saying, I'm never going to work in this industry again. She told me.
Okay.
And it's Britney fucking Spears. And so I'm sitting there just in shock, and I go, I'm going to puke. I just knew that I was going to throw up.
Okay.
Fuck.
The winter play was really coming together.
I got me.
Until.
Hello. Hello there. Okay. I will just share screen now. Wait, I just want to check. Was my eye on? Like, holy shit.
Checked it. And I went.
Okay, gotta make sure. Come on. Okay, gotta. Sorry there. Sorry that I have to do these because this hat, stupid ads. I tell you, I don't want some copyright stupid shit. I don't know. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about it.
Thing that her to like move out of my way.
Okay.
And I went to the door and I had to unlock it. I remember frantically, and then I stepped out and I puked.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember just running to my trailer. Now you have to remember now, I come barging in. My mom thinks I'm at makeup and hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I come barging in, screaming, crying, throwing up, and I'm in fetal position in the bathroom in the trailer. And so my mom is like, what's going on? You know, what's wrong? She's freaking out.
Yeah.
But I can't communicate to her because I'm in a trauma flight mode, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to communicate, but I can't, and I'm puking. So she like opens the door and screams like, where's the teacher? Where's Dan? Where's anybody? Again,
Not
yeah,
answers to the problem.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
And so she's screaming. I remember watching my mom just screaming, and it took 10 to 15 minutes for anyone to show up.
Mm-hmm.
So no one shows up, and I'm just sitting there. My mom's trying to get me to say what happened. She thinks she doesn't know what happened. So she's freaking out. She's like, I thought you were in makeup and hair. And I'm like shaking my head, telling her, no, I wasn't at makeup and hair. She's like, where are you? And then all of a sudden I hear the knock on the door. Still no teacher. The teacher's with Jamie, protecting her.
Okay.
And so the door knocks and I see Dan Schneider come in. And he comes in and always, his what now?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm the problem
now,
again.
huh?
We've already told you to stop crying and we've already told you to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not shutting up again and you're fucking up our hours and our money and our time,
Mm-hmm.
And so he comes in, he's looking down at me. I remember he's like, what? What happened? And I then was able to say, I said, Britney yelled at me, Ian brought me into the trailer, and they told me I'm going to lose my job. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Britney told me I'm going to lose my job.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan looks at me and just looks annoyed, and he steps out. And then he comes back 5 minutes later with the DVD player. You know those DVD players that used to have like the screen that pops up?
Yeah.
He comes in with that and goes, here. He goes, will you go back on set now?
That is so weird.
To watch the full podcast, check it out on the Vulnerable YouTube channel. And to listen.
I do wonder what was that. Okay, I do have the other podcast on YouTube. So we're gonna.
Okay. There was next day, but I show up on set.
A second.
As per usual, the talent coordinator comes to the trailer, and
Was this Lifetime Live?
this is time.
Well, think
for me
about
to
how
defend my
she was-
sister.
and
He left me there. Okay. He left a 12-year-old, 13-year-old.
Hold on a second.
Something she doesn't know. Steps out, scared, and now I'm stressed. And he's like, "You need to go back on set." And my mom goes, "Are you fucking kidding? Like, my daughter's not going back on set." And he goes,
Yeah.
"She has to. We literally have like 2 hours till sundown. She has to go on set, and then we can talk about this at Nick on Sunset. But we have to do this now." And I remember looking around and going, "Wow, nobody cares about what's happening to me."
Okay.
And I don't feel protected, and I don't feel safe, and I'm scared. And now I have to go back on set, pretend nothing happened, and be around those who did it to me.
Okay.
So I get back on set, and unfortunately, Jamie and Victoria were like laughing at me, and then we had water guns, and they started squirting the water guns at me,
Oh,
even when
Jesus
it's not
Christ.
action. Yeah,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
yeah, on top of it. And so
Oh.
I just came onto set, and I'm like, okay, and I'm just having like, don't cry, Alexa. I just remember telling myself, it's just horrible, like
Yeah.
I look back at it, I'm just like, this is so abusive, and no adult was doing anything. And I'm sitting there having to tell myself, don't cry, don't bother anybody, And
Dude,
so I
Big
get off.
trauma. Big.
Yes. Yes, big trauma. And so then, like he said, we'll talk about this at Nick on Sunset.
Okay.
So after we got off set, we get a phone call from Nickelodeon, or from my agent through Nickelodeon, saying, come tomorrow to Nick on Sunset. Dan will be there and the execs to talk about this, to mediate. So I'm thinking, once again, I'm going into a safe environment. I'm thinking, okay, hopefully this time people actually care. Something's going to happen. We're finally actually having a conversation. Nick on Sunset, this will probably be good, right? No. So I show up there with my agent and my mom. And I remember I was sitting next to my mom, and there was there. And I was crying because it was a very upsetting, I was worried about losing my job, you know? And she looks at me and she's like, why are you always crying? Why are you always crying? If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't get this role. So I see Dan Schneider, and they are looking at me and go, you know what, since Alexa's so upset, maybe we need to have her in the room without her mom. And they go, how about you step out so we can just have a calm conversation where Alexa can tell us exactly what's been going on, and we can talk this over, but without having her parent there making her feel emotional. Like, basically shifting blame onto my mom as a tactic to get me in the room alone.
Crazy.
So my mom didn't believe. My mom was like, fuck no. So she goes out, calls the lawyer. Now the lawyer's in cahoots with Nickelodeon. So they do tons of deals with other actors.
Your entertainment attorney?
Yeah.
So, oh boy, this really does go pretty deep.
Yes.
So your entertainment attorney that you hired, how did you originally get your entertainment
through
attorney? Oh boy.
She wasn't advocating for me. She was like, Alexa, she was even telling my mom, we don't want to look problematic here.
Yeah,
okay. We're getting into a situation where we're now at Nick on Sunset, and we have to basically wheel it back.
Okay.
And so I'm hearing that. My mom calls the lawyer. The lawyer's not there, which I know why she's not there, because she doesn't even want to be there, because she's working with them, you know?
Okay.
And so it's a conflict of interest, because she has so many clients that are working at Nickelodeon that she wants to make sure they're protected. It's like horrible.
Okay.
So she says to my mom,
about that, Schneider.
hey, you've let Alexa in the room alone with them multiple times. Like,
the lawyers
auditions.
The lawyers?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's like, you've been in auditions before. You can go in.
You can tell Christy, Carlson, Romano is just getting pissed as fuck with this. And I don't blame her. I am the same right now. Like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Yo, Nickelodeon, screw you. Like, fuck, man. Fuck it. Screw Dan Schneider, bro. You may be like a guy who brought us some entertainment, but fuck, aren't you a fucking piece of work?
And you're gonna be fine. Like, don't be paranoid. Basically, they can't do anything to her in there. That's kind of was the vibe. And so my mom looks at me and goes, "Can you go in there?" And I went, "What the fuck? I'm so traumatized. I don't even know what's going on." And so I go, "Okay." And I remember going in, and it was just like a long, exec table.
Sure, yeah.
With bunch of black chairs there, and then a bunch here, and I'm sitting across from 5 Nickelodeon execs.
And you're 13.
And I'm 13.
Okay.
And I'm crying still. I'm upset. I'm just scared.
Well, you're
freaked out.
Yeah.
And so I remember Dan looks at me and goes, "Do you understand that it's called Zoey 101 and not Nicole 101?"
Oh,
and
God.
I just remember him it was so stern.
So it's basically the whole idea. It's not about you. They think she's trying to make it all about her, when in reality, she was getting bullied. But that's okay, because that's not okay, because she's not the star. She's not the main star of the show. What if this was happening to Jamie Lynn Spears? That would have been okay. That would not been okay. If this was happening to Jamie Lynn Spears, we would actually care about her. What kind of shit is this? I tell you, you know what I mean? Wow.
And I was like,
what does that have to
do
do with anything? Yeah, okay.
I have no idea, but it was that was their whole spiel. Was it's Zoey 101, not Nicole 101. It was their slogan or something. It was just
that's
okay,
not helping. That did not age well.
It doesn't age well.
No.
And it's also kind of stupid. It's
it doesn't make any sense.
And it's okay, we know that.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Facts. Thank you. But that doesn't solve anything. So I'm sitting there, and he goes, we cannot have this happening anymore on set. Like, we just cannot have it happening anymore.
No, I agree.
Like,
what are you
yes,
going to do about it? Adults?
Totally. Adult present.
That makes a lot of money off of
Totally.
me.
Totally. It's like, hello. And so then the girl, the woman to his right, I remember her just saying, and if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have had this job.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically making me feel that if I upset her, I'm going to lose the job.
Yeah,
it was
of
like
course.
that kind of,
I mean, let's be real. You already lost the job.
I
They
did.
were going to try to take you out of the equation as fast as
As
possible. And that was hard because the fans really loved you. So
Weird dynamic.
yeah.
They're in a weird situation. I'm in an awful situation. They're thinking money and I'm thinking pain and like, how do I survive this kind of, And so I started crying and I said, I really don't want to be a problem for anybody. And I was like, I don't want anyone to not like me. And Dan was like, no one likes you.
Oh,
Bro, oh no, yo, are you fucking? Nah, that's bro, that's bro. I swear, yo. Oh man, Dan Schneider needs more of a. Man, talking about a guy who needs a punch in the face. Wow, what kind of fucking asshole? You don't say that to even a young person. But the thing is, like, wow, ain't that something? Like, and but even saying that, like, what does that like mean? Like, legit, like maybe people actually did hate her. Like, fuck, there's like, what did she do? What kind of man? I don't know. It's like, wow, I fucking Dan Schneider, man. That guy needs a fucking ass whooping. I tell you, fuck this guy.
this just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
And
say
I
this to
just
somebody
went,
who's legit getting
okay.
paid.
And I remember getting up and I was like, I got to get out of here. And so I ran out and I just went to my mom and I said, I never, ever, ever want to go back on Nickelodeon ever again.
Okay.
And my mom said, okay, I'm going to protect you. Like, we'll get out of this together.
Okay.
And so my mom called. We left at that point.
Oh boy.
She was there about all of this.
Okay.
Which is so scary. And she was pressuring me to kind of put it under the rug.
Yeah.
And so anyways, fast forward, really didn't want to call to release me from
Many different clients with this particular.
Correct.
No one's primarily focused on your mental health. So
Correct.
That is what it is.
Correct. No one cared about my mental health whatsoever.
Yeah.
When that's why I had my protest sign saying Nickelodeon didn't protect me.
Yeah.
And that's just really how I felt at the end of the day was, I know people are going to focus on Dan Schneider, but really the accountability lies with Nickelodeon.
Because everybody, man. Fuck them.
Enablers,
Fuck
abusers,
Nickelodeon.
Predators, whatever you want to call these individuals are going to come and go. But what lets them and allows them to perpetuate the abuse are these institutions that enable and protect them.
Okay.
It
That's fair
becomes a
enough.
safe haven for abusers. And they don't see any accountability. Actually, they see them getting rewarded and usually the victim getting silenced and punished. So when that dynamic's constantly happening, you're never going to get rid of abuse.
Well, when you don't disrupt the protocol,
Right.
By inserting someone who is primarily interested in protecting the mental health of a minor, then you're not playing fair.
No.
And what you're actually doing is you're creating an entire generation of traumatized people who've lived through the hands of this that are able to organize and disrupt the protocol.
Right.
So you either get on board, or you're going to be called out.
Right.
Because Me Too was its own movement.
Right.
But
right.
There's other things that could happen.
And they are.
I mean,
they are happening.
These types of protocols who were created by people who have now retired, by the way.
I know.
They're not going to affect them.
Right.
Like grown Alexa do. Like, what would you say to your 12-year-old self? Is there any advice that you would give to her?
I want to see this before I close.
Yes.
Because there probably is a 12-year-old Alexa out.
For one, I would say get up and off the set. Like even though kids don't really feel like they have it, they do.
They did.
Be a kid, go on set. Situation where I literally, couldn't leave. I could leave.
That wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Like, you always had that option. Don't listen to the adults around you. Like, and I just think that would have helped me. And so I would love to tell the 12-year-old girls out there that they do have the power, or the boys, you have the power.
Boys too. Absolutely.
Who means way fix it.
I love the double standard. I love like supporting. Okay, I think that was all I needed to watch with that. Oh my god, yo. Oh my god, bro. Fucking fuck Dan Schneider. It's not just him. It's not just Nickelodeon. But I mean, it is everybody involved. Even Jamie Lynn Spears. Holy fuck. Britney Spears at the time. I know you, but like, wow. And Victoria Justice, man. I'm disappointed in her. I'm disappointed in everybody, man. Screw everyone, even on the cast. Screw the cast for not even supporting Alexa, man. What the fuck? I believe her, man. I'm not. It's not me like simping or whatever, right? But this is like the fucking truth. Like how is she lying, especially when she being consistent of her arguments? Wow, man. Fucking. It's fucking pathetic. This is fucking pathetic. That this is what she had to go through. But like, what if Jamie Lynn Spears had this happen to her? Oh, we handling this, but because it was not her show, because she's not Britney Spears' sister, all this type of shit. You know, it's definitely some favoritism, I tell you. And you know good damn well there's some favoritism with Dan Schneider and Victoria Justice. After all, Victorious was named after her. Let's be honest here. Everything was, and also like the whole like, and I used to like. Why do people hate Victoria Justice, man? Why? Like, cause I used to like, man, like, why everyone making fun of her? She's fucking hot. Not just that, but she's also fucking seemed to be nice. And then now knowing this, like, wow, she probably is a nasty gal behind the scenes, just like Jamie Lynn Spears. Where was the people to speak out on this? Where are the stars to help support her? Like, that's the sad thing. There's no stars that are even talking about this and supporting Alexa. I understand for all we know, like, yeah, they want to stay out of this, but like, keep in mind, this is a person who's dealing with this type of bullying. You know, and when you like to talk about bullying, how there's like, all the bullying in the world and shit like that. You guys saw that you had your fellow star or supposed friend also being bullied, and y'all did nothing. Yeah, such good people you are. And like, it's funny, like, these people will be saying like, so anti-bullying and whatever. Yeah, they end up being the biggest bullies in the world. What kind of sad shit is that? Fuck Dan Schneider, fuck Nickelodeon, fuck the producers, fuck the talent agent, whatever. Fuck all of them. Fuck everybody. Fuck Jamie Lynn at the time. Fuck Britney Spears at the time. I mean, fuck Jamie Lynn. I mean, to be fair, they could all grow up and be better people now, right? Victoria Justice, whatever. But man, doesn't this say shit to you? Doesn't this say some shit, man? And what? Where the fuck was Chase? Where the fuck was Michael? Where the fuck was Logan? Didn't they say anything? I don't know. You guys do what the fuck y'all want to do, man. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know. It is what it is, though. I guess that's life for you, or that's showbiz, huh? That's sad. It should not be happening. It was just like, even like, come on, this person did not need this to happen, but you know damn well this would not be happening if if this was happening to Jamie Lynn Spears. Because again, like they said, this is not Nicole 101. This is not Nicole 101. This is Zoey 101. Like, yeah. Now I just hate the name Zoey even more. I don't even hate the name Zoey. Like, but fuck, y'all made me hate the name Zoey now. And now I just like, I can't see this shit as the same anymore. I can't see this show as the same anymore. Wow. I mean, I can't see any Dan Schneider show as the same anymore because fucking what a fucking weird pervert he is, huh? You want to fucking this guy need a big foot ass whooping. that's what damn sure. All right, don't say people. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. God bless Christy, Carlson, Romano. God bless Alexa, Nikola. Darn shame that this happened. And interesting listen. Peace, people. Yeah, bye.